guys. Sorry for the delay. I was in a Twitter space, making connections and supporting my little gang of baddies. You know, how's everybody doing today? Happy Sunday. See, I'm smiling today because I'm very excited to be talking about this topic. Um, so just so you guys know, my guest is not here today. He is spending time with family. So if you are watching this, legal, it's okay. Family first, foremost, and always family first. Hey, MK. Look at my little princess. That's my niece. Hi, baby. Oh, snap. And Musa's here. And Musa, do you want to hop on with me? If you're not busy, I know so last minute. No, he didn't let nobody down. He's busy with family, and honestly, I'm heavy on family time, so this is why I don't make no plans when it's a birthday or anything. Like family's top one right now. So legal, enjoy, don't rush. It's okay. But anyways, guys, today's topic is how childhood trauma affects our adulthood. I've gained an example, well, many examples during my first episode, but there's many things that go into childhood traumas. Everything goes into this. One of them is physical and sexual abuse. Darlene, I'm sorry you cannot watch this. Okay, mamas, I love you. Darlene. Witnessing a traumatic event is another. What else? For many, chronic illness, cancer, diabetes, which is something I might talk in a future episode. I just need somebody, who's experienced such thing. Witnessing domestic violence, experiencing intense bullying. Bullying could come from anywhere: school, family, friends. Comes from different places. And one of the last ones is, I'm sorry, I'm trying to lower the volume on here. I'm still in the space. I gotta support my peoples. One of the most difficult ones for many is refugees. That they go through a lot, and a lot of children go through this traumatic experience from a young age. Oh, hey, babe. So, all right. So, what would I say? What can we speak on childhood experience that traumatized me now as an adult? It's gonna be a bit funny. A bit funny. Hey, Marty. Don't laugh at me, y'all, because I gotta play with this a little bit in a sense. I know it's a serious topic, but I'm gonna play with this a little bit when it comes to me. Um, Childhood trauma for me. Don't laugh. It's a little lame, but it is what it is. So I have a fear of water bugs, guys. Okay, I'm gonna put it out there. I have a fear of water bugs, but why do I have a fear of water bugs? Because they used to be thrown at me as a child, right? So I could hear my husband laughing from here. So give me 1 minute, 1 second. Okay, guys. So yeah, so that's one of my childhood traumas, and as an adult now, I cannot stand the look of them. I'm petrified of those things. I've been told they fly, which I haven't seen them yet. Thank God I haven't witnessed them, because Lord help me if I see one fly. But yeah, childhood trauma is something. Oh my goodness, give me 1 second. I always give everybody a heads up that I'm gonna stream, and they just want to make all this noise. So I apologize. I mean, it varies for me. That was one of my childhood traumas, but um, for others, like I said, domestic violence, it's very traumatizing for a child to witness abuse physically. For example, couples, seeing the mom and dad fight back to back, physically hurting each other, even verbal abuse is traumatizing to a child. Why? They start feeling like, what can they do about it? So they start building this anger within themselves, and it's sad because it's like, what can a child really do to stop their parents from arguing and fighting? They're not even understanding what's really going on. So what can they do? And over time, they start developing this inner hate within themselves. Like, maybe I should have done something, or maybe it's my fault. The child takes it upon themselves to feel like it's their fault that their parents are fighting. And it has nothing to do with the child, but that's how we think as children. The innocence of us is just so big that we take that blame on ourselves when it's not even our fault. And you know a lot of things regarding traumatic traumas is, for a child, DNA, thank you for sharing, is something like, you was you experienced that as a child, just as I have, and it really changed us. um it goes back to trust. How did it change us? We are now scared to, like, be around certain people. We're very, well, some of us are scared to even step outside our safe places, which is our homes. Our homes are safe zone for us, for many of us. Sometimes we don't want to be around people because of it. And I'm sorry you've gone through this. It's not the easiest thing to deal with. Shoot, Lord knows I'm still dealing with mine. And I have lived with the fear till this day. I kind of still carry a fear in me where, my childhood trauma with the domestic violence is the fact that I cannot be in the same room whatsoever when it comes to my brother. um I'm sorry, guys, because now we got some weird sights coming in here. Hold on. Okay, I really need to work on this. Babe, I don't know if you are a mod. Thank you. um so, for example, like DNA said, if I flinched, I was hit more. If I cried, so I guess in many ways it, it made me tough, but that's not how you treat kids. Absolutely not. No child should ever experience any type of physical verbal abuse. You know, um, DNA, since you brought this up in the chat, and I appreciate you being very transparent here. As you grew older, right, did you ever flinch away from somebody who wanted to touch you? Not inappropriately, but when they wanted to just touch you, like to console you and comfort you, did you ever, like, kind of like shy away from that person, like kind of just like step to the side when they wanted to touch you? Like, did you ever get that type of reaction? Like, because I'm gonna say that was me. That was me. I didn't want nobody to touch me because I was scared of, after everything I've been through, I was honestly scared dealing, having everybody touch me because I've been physically abused. And a lot of people who don't survive that, a lot of people have lost their lives being in domestic um violence relationships and households, like a lot of, like, God rest their souls. And it's something that, there's numbers, guys, there's help out there. It's all about finding the right resources, right people to speak to. It's never too late to ask for help. Don't be scared to ask for help, you guys. I've seen it so many times. there's many there's many people, like, many women, and I'm not saying men don't go through this, because men do go through domestic abuse too, but it's mostly women that go through this. Sometimes it's a cultural thing, sometimes it's just the way the person was raised, the environment they were raised in, how it made them into this whole new different person that they feel like this is the only way they could have control. I'm just speaking on things I have seen from my personal experience and from what I've seen within some of my old friends. Okay, so I thought it was just, I'm asking because I thought it was just me, because I used to flinch away, guys. I used to. not want nobody to touch me. Um, Not something that I'm proud of in a sense, but at the end of the day, when you go through such traumatic events in your childhood, you don't want nobody touching you. So please be respectful and mindful of people when they flinch away. It's not that they don't want to be touched per se. It's just that you don't know what they've gone through. So this is kind of like a way to protect themselves. It's like a defense mechanism as well. That's my husband saying hi to Steve. Oh, DNA. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, sometimes parents are a little over the top with certain things. They tell us by a certain age we shouldn't allow certain things. Like you're old enough to understand you cannot get your clothes dirty, et cetera, et cetera. Once again, I'm sorry you've gone through that. OCD at times is not a bad thing, by the way. It varies from person to person. Um, I have OCD myself. On a good day, my OCD helps me. On a bad day, not so much. But I do want to leave this to an open discussion. Has anyone in the chat who's willing to be open experienced any childhood traumatic event? It doesn't have to be exactly specifically with you. It could have been something you witnessed as a child that till this day as an adult, it's stuck with you to the point sometimes you think about it, you can't sleep, or you get triggered by something related to that situation and you start panicking. I'll give you guys time to type. I mean, like I said, DNA is very open, which I appreciate it. MK and whoever's in here, because I can't tell unless you guys write who's in here. Um, Usually I'm more prepared, but it's just I'm still processing, guys. Processing. I will say this for ladies. I don't know if there's a lady in here. I'm gonna put it out there. Women who has been sexually abused have a tendency, for some of them, I won't say tendency, that's not the proper word I would use. They have this fear when it comes to intimacy with men. And, some men don't understand it because it's not something women are proud to discuss. And I'm not trying to laugh, but these guys, oh my gosh, troller. But yeah, like some women don't are embarrassed to discuss these type of situations to their partners because of the fact that some people will look at them like in a disgustingly way. Hey Tim, and women shouldn't be seen that way. Some women don't say, hey, you could touch me here and there. No, we don't ever come out and say that. And a lot of these women is because go through and react this way is because it's something they experienced as a child. It could be a family member, a friend, an uncle, a brother. The list goes on. So fellas in this chat, fellas watching this, please be mindful when females flinch away from you or they're not quick as wanting to get intimate with you because of the fact there might be a past event, traumatic experience regarding molestation or sexual abuse. So just be aware, guys. I am putting out there. Be very, very mindful of the woman. Don't don't take it personally, guys. I hear my husband is listening to me on his cell phone. Babe, would you like to hop on? guys, I'm open to discussions. Like if you guys know of anyone who has experienced, you know, sexual abuse, a traumatic childhood event, it could be anything, anything. Listen, I'm gonna put it out there. I've gone through a traumatic event, but not so bad that it traumatized me. But the neighborhoods we live in here in New York, there's it's a lot of crazy neighborhoods. Things you never know was that something's gonna happen out of nowhere. You know, being caught in the shootout, that's something scary. Believe it or not, coming home from your friend's house, I live right across the street from you, and boom, plop, 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 you hear shots all over. That was scary. That was something scary for me. It didn't traumatize me, but it just kept made me be more aware of my surroundings. MK, high five from a distance because I can't give it to you. It's in your it's in your inbox on Twitter. Sorry guys, I just had to show support. I'm still in the Twitter space, but yeah, these are many things that people do go through.
What's up?
Babe, you gotta fix your hair, you know, so we can take this more serious.
Well, this is what you got for today. What are you going crazy style?
Oh my gosh. This is supposed to be a serious stream, but okay. We're gonna roll with the punches here, right, guys?
Yeah, so let's talk seriously. What's
Okay.
the topic about?
Well, I'm supposed to be disgusting, discussing um how childhood trauma affects us as adults. Have you ever experienced something or seen something someone just spoke to you about?
Um, so it depends on what type of childhood trauma. Because let's say, for example, in my case, I was speaking about how my father wasn't around. So that's what I would consider one of the childhood trauma. You know, it used to hurt me when I used to go to the wheelchair basketball games and I would see how everybody else, you know, their dad would be over there hugging them and stuff like that. And I used to feel real crappy because I was like, wow, I wish my dad was here. Now, as far as everything else, not really anything that I could think of because, you know, my mom was a single mom. She always looked out for my sister and myself. And yeah, she was pretty strict. Didn't have to, even though she was strict, but she never lay a finger on me or my sister. So I would say my biggest childhood trauma will also be when I was being bullied a lot in school, and that that made me who I am today. You know, it's hard for me to trust people, to give my friendship away at times and stuff like that.
I mean, being bullied does take its toll on somebody's mental health. You know, it starts causing self-doubt, which many
Yeah,
of us have experienced in some shape or form. You know, I'm sure others in the chat or the watchers here have experienced bullying in some sort of way, you know, and the self doubt, believe it or not, starts building and building and building to the point where you start getting angry.
yeah.
Now,
Like that. Go
go
ahead.
I was gonna say, I know you mentioned the bullying part in the last episode because you were my guest, but like, what do you what do you recommend, or despite you going through this bullying in school, because obviously the bullying usually comes from school.
Yeah.
Um, how did you go about it? If you couldn't tell a teacher, how did you go about it?
Well,
Be nice, okay?
it's not the best answer, that's for sure. Because see, this was the funny thing. I was basically the only Latino in my class, and the teachers, they whenever somebody would do something to me, they like brush it off. So what I ended up doing was one day I got tired of it. Like I said, one guy tapped me on my shoulder. I was on my wheelchair, and when I turned around, he just punched me in my eye. So I tried to tell the teacher about it. She ignored me. I got really pissed off. I took up my seatbelt. I got on my knees, and I grabbed a chair and I threw it at him. So, with that being said, the teacher ended up suspending me instead of him. So, this is the part where it gets even funnier. Um, so since I got suspended, I went back to school. I got suspended for like 2 weeks. And when I came back to school, what I ended up doing was taking revenge on my teacher. So, the little pin that it has like a round flat, and then has the needle pointing up. So I started doing I started putting a couple of pins on her chair, and when she sat down, it gave it away because I started laughing way before she finished sitting down. So that's what I said. My answer is not the best, but
Yeah,
I'll tell you how I dealt with it.
I mean, yeah, it's not the best, you know. You know how they say fight fire with fire, but in most cases, guys, do not try this at home. Do not try this with anybody else. Please do not. I'm gonna say this. Um,
Do not do what I do. That's what I did. That's for sure. Because of all that, I actually got kicked out of regular school, and I ended up going to a special school. So that was one of the reasons why I ended up there.
but my question to you is, if this is something you was going through at school, why didn't you speak to a teacher about it? Why take matters into your own hands?
Oh, I did try talking to plenty of teachers. Just at the time, I don't know if it was a thing of racism or whatever the case is, but nobody would listen. I even have a guy threatened me to throw me down the stairs with the wheelchair. And when I went and told somebody, they was like, "Oh, they're probably just doing it to scare you." But let's say, God forbid, it actually would have happened, then what? So sometimes in school, or at least in that school, they really wouldn't listen. And that's another thing. Like, I know this is not the topic we're talking about, but this is why at times we hear crazy things about school shooting and all of that, because you know when you don't really have the support, or nobody is listening to what you're saying, like, in a crazy way, I put myself in their situation. And let's say if you don't got no one to talk to, nobody cares, you're having problems at home, and then you go to school, all you do is get bullied and get laughed at. I think that could be a mental breakdown for anybody to the point where they do something crazy. And that's why, I say like, wow, when somebody is trying to actually talk to you, like for example, our daughter comes talking to me, oh daddy, I had an issue at school. I listen to her.
Right.
I want to hear what the problem is because, like I said, she's been bullied, and I could advise her on, what, just pay no mind to them. They're just jealous of you, but stay out of their way. Then that's better than me just saying, you know what, I don't got time for you right now, or I'm busy, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that, because that's exactly how things escalate.
Okay, now let me stop you real quick. So you guys heard when he said, I know this is not the topic we're talking about. And regarding mental health, everything kind of links up together. Just so you guys know, everything literally links up together one way or another. There's always a root and a cause for things. And and that's something I need to let you guys know in case you're wondering, like, okay, why should you have this topic, but we're talking about this? Because it all links up. If you really pay close attention to what the person is telling you, you'll notice it. Um, and that's one thing that I'm happy that you mentioned. That's also the reason why the mental health and suicidal numbers have increased, because children are not being heard. They start feeling neglected. Yes, guys, that's part of mental health too, guys. Neglection, emotional neglect does cause depression. It does affect the mental health in case nobody knows. So this is why I said childhood traumas. How does it affect us as adults? Clearly, what he just said. He takes time to listen to our daughter when something's going on at school. Why? Because he wants to avoid certain situations from escalating, seeing that we live in a very, very rough society where kids are bringing weapons to school due to the bullying.
Mhm.
you know, the best we can do as parents is be there for our children and actually take the time to listen. Um, and sadly enough, when we don't take that time to really sit down and ask them about their day in school, or when something's bothering, when we really don't sit down with them, they start feeling emotionally neglect. That's why I said childhood trauma. It literally stems from that. Like, there's things like that that affects us as adults today. Children are not just shut down for good. Like, babe, you ever known? I shouldn't be addressing you as babe on live, but whatever. It's my channel. So, babe,
I am your husband, so.
so have you ever like has that made
So,
you shut
hold
down?
on, hold on, hold on. So, Mrs. Rodriguez, how would you like to address me today?
Oh, it's my channel. I'm gonna address you as babe.
All right, then. There you go.
I'm not being sponsored by anybody, guys. This is totally me winging it as I always do, talking about personal experiences, having people to come on and talk about their experiences. Listen, real people, real issues, not nobody being paid actor here. There's no pay actors here, guys. I'm gonna put it out. There's no pay actors on my channel. I don't think there will ever
No,
be paid
no,
actors.
no paid fodders over here. No paid promoters. Okay.
Yeah, this is all literally 100% as real as it get with realistic vibes. Okay, that's it. Anyways, I think mom's song, but how did you how did you feel after you started speaking up?
How
Did
did I feel after what?
After you started speaking up, like did you ever speak up saying that this was going on, or did you just stood quiet?
No, for a good minute, my mom and my sister had to deal with, my anger. Like I was spazzing out on everybody in school, and they didn't understand. I mean, at home, they didn't understand what was going on with me. Why was I so angry? But it also goes back to that mentality. Like my father obviously wasn't in my life, but I had my cousins, and they were older than me. So they used to teach me like, oh, a real man don't cry. A real man hold down their pain, their tears. They deal and handle things on their own like a real man should. So for a while, me being a kid, and my cousins being older than me, they were like 15, 18, and I used to think about what they always said. And I held it in for a good minute, but that was actually causing me to explode out of any little thing. So one day when my mom decided to talk to me, I just told her I didn't want to go to school, but she never understood why. So when I said, you know what, I just don't want to go to school, period. And I started crying like a little kid. Well, I was a little kid, but a baby. And then after a minute, I started letting my mom know what was going on. I was being bullied. I was, the black eye was obvious. That was the first time she saw that. And that's pretty much it.
Now, once she noticed that's what was going on, and as a parent, I'm pretty sure she went to the school to find out what was going on and asked why is this being allowed. How did this affect you as an adult, like in the sense of traumatizing sense? Like how did that affect you?
Well, it affected me because, like I said, it got to the point where I didn't want to get close to anybody, like, kind of shielding myself.
Right.
So there's a poetry that I wrote. Jesus, it's somewhere on my computer, but it's called Nobody Knows.
Wait,
And
before you say it, do you remember it?
I remember some of it.
Guys,
I,
if you
I'll
would
give it
like
a try.
to hear a snippet of his poetry, please type in the number 7 or type the letter Y. You know, we're all here to support Wadi, of
Why
course.
would you do this?
You know, if you're gonna come on my channel, I'm gonna, you know, have people learn about you. It's not just Wadi the crypto hunter. This is Wadi as a person. This is Wadi who has gone through real life situations that hurt you, but also made you who you are as a person today. So this is a side of you that a lot of people here do not know about. This is a side of you that I want people to see for themselves and experience the same thing I've seen being with you all these years. I want them to see Wadi, not Wadi the crypto hunter, because you are more than just the crypto hunter. You are a person. You are a man. You're an individual. So this is something. Sorry, Shaman just had to be extra. Um, Okay, so babe, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to speak on your little poetry, whatever you can remember. But yes, this is, you know, this more to somebody than just the title they have at work. You know, for example, Tim, I'm gonna put you out there in a sense as an example, nothing bad. Tim could be the CEO of a humongous company, right?
Yeah.
So as a company owner, you have so many responsibilities, so many, and it's like the weight of the world's on him, and little by little that does affect your mental health. So he's got to worry about payrolls, is the timesheets, et cetera, et cetera. Is the work, is job getting done on time, blah blah blah, et cetera, right? But over time it starts wearing him down mentally. Then from mentally it goes to physical, right? He starts losing sleep and trying to finish the job that somebody didn't finish. He takes that weight upon himself. So with that said, like, what happens with him? What happens?
Yeah.
You see, it's a lot. Like, people forget, yeah, he's the CEO, he's the boss man, but people forget Tim is a CIO at work. But at a work, Tim is Tim. That's what I want everybody here to understand. You know, you are more just. than the crypto hunter. Just like MK's more than just a builder or whatever it is that he does, because I'm not gonna, put out there.
Yeah.
Shaman, doctor, he's
Doctor.
a doctor. He's a doctor, so like he's more than just a doctor. At the end of the day, he's still shaman. So it's like, yes, I am. So yeah, that's what I want to say. Like, you're more than just a title, guys. You are an individual. Your opinion, your feelings matter just as much as mine do. So I want that out there. I want that out there. So with no further ado, Wadi, babe, husband of mine, can you please,
Okay,
on your
so if I don't remember the whole thing, don't kill me. Like I said, I was probably about 16 when I wrote this. So it goes, nobody knows how many tears I cry. Nobody knows how many times I wanted to die. Nobody knows about the all the anger that I have bottled up deep down inside. But yet you can see that anger in the reflections of my eyes. Nobody knows how hard it was growing up. Yeah, I like I said,
I was
it's been a
hoping
long time.
it'll come along, as you were stating it, but
I know how like the ending was, but nobody will ever know how it feels because I carry and hold on strong to what was it? I hold nobody will ever know how it feels because I hold on strong to a non carrying shield. Meaning that nobody will ever be able to tell because I always held up like a different personality, a strong character, um, pretty much untouchable type of thing. And I wasn't mean to anybody. It was just that I, at that time I didn't let people play me. So instead of getting played and continue getting bullied, a lot of people learn how to respect me and love me, especially in projects.
let me say this, and it sucks that you have so many icons on your computer. Kind of sucks
Yeah,
because
well, look for Wadi songs
in the file,
and yeah, and there it should be my portrait. Hold on, let me see because I also think I got him on my phone. Hold on. If I get
guys.
rugged, if I get rugged, I'll be back.
I don't know if you've seen episode 2, guys. He was my guest, and he's my guest again today. Um, but here, you see what I mean? Wadi's multi-talented, guys. Like, he is talented. Wheelchair basketball player and champ, guys. Coolest thing ever. A poetry writer, songwriter. Yes, he writes his own songs. Definitely a nerd in the crypto space and computer building. Don't ask me nothing about computer, guys. I would not. Don't ask me nothing about RAM, motherboards. Don't. Nope. Nope. Don't ask me nada. Um.
Hold
Yeah, this
on,
is
I'm looking.
too many stuff on your desktop, guys. I don't like being at his computer because this is just too many. I don't even got my glasses, so I'm not gonna like go hunting into this, Neverlands here. So as far as that poem, that was one way of you expressing what you was going through. I think he rug, guys. Anyways, take advantage and take a screenshot of this picture. Nah, maybe we can't see. Like, you're not moving on this end. No, we don't hear you. I hear you because I'm in the living room, but there you go.
Oh, you can hear me?
Now we can.
I'm looking for the song, the poem. Hold on. But in the meantime, there was a song pretty similar. It goes, I wrote that when I was 20. It says, I'm 20 years old, living a hard life. I wish people knew how I feel inside, yo, the things that I go through day by day. But they too blind to see my suffering and pain. Wish they was there when I was growing up so they can understand why I don't give a fudge what they think of me because they don't even know me. But then again, they quick to judge me. It's hard to live the life that I live, but you wouldn't know because you don't know me. My life is hell and that's how I feel. Forgive me, but I'm keeping it real. That was
Damn.
when I was. That was more when I was into that. I want to be a rapper. I'm big and bad. Yeah, who gonna mess with me? Yeah, but um, it's a song that pretty much summarized my whole life in that song. I
Yeah,
just didn't.
I've noticed that people, you would, as an example, use poetry and songwriting as a form of therapy. Would you recommend that to others, or
Yeah.
what other suggestions would you make to other people who's still getting triggers by what they experienced as a child?
Well, poetry is one thing. Music, basically, that's why I became very passionate about it. Like, whenever I was angry, I would just play music and stay to myself. That's it. Like, I would close my door, go to my room, blast the music, and just until I let it all out. And then when I come down, I used to come out of my room and that's it. It's still what I do at times. Like when something gets me upset, instead of me spazzing out or on anybody, I just go to sleep. That's it. I sleep my anger off. And if not, I do poetry, I write songs. If not, I go make beats. Art is very therapeutic. That's why I enjoy doing the Show Me Your Art show because um, there was a point in my life that they had us do that. Okay, so this part I don't usually like to mention, but when it got real bad for me, with the bullying and everything, I try against my life, so I wouldn't mention the word. And then when I attempted against my life, they locked me up in a psychiatric clinic, you could kind of say it. And basically, over there, one of the things that they had us do was painting. So I got into painting. I was doing, like beautiful rainbows and boats and clouds and all that. And it was cool. I felt like that was also a way to relieve stress, a way to relieve whatever you was going through, a way to keep your mind distracted. So when you do that, then I feel that that's much better. But when you don't have nothing to do and you just focus on the problems, the situation that you're going through, That's when I feel that people get to the point that they have a total mental breakdown, and either they attempt against their life, they attempt against somebody's life, or they do something crazy.
Guys, I will say this: under no circumstances, if you have all these options to help you and heal, it's a form of heal. So heal you in some sense. Please, 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 under no circumstances, go to any substance as a form of help.
Yeah,
There's music, there's creative writing, there's therapy, there's friends, at least ones you could trust. Please, guys, stay away from substances. Um, hey Nadine, because I
I
know the
need.
world, I know the world's tough out there, but I don't recommend substances. Don't take over the counter meds. No, like I really, really want everybody to understand we all go through our trials, we all go through our tribulations, we all go through our ups and downs. But please, guys, if you couldn't avoid it, stay away from substance drugs, alcohol too. Please.
Babe, short and simple illegal substance.
True. Well,
Hmm?
listen. But for some people, it's nice to, for them to get the full thing out.
Yeah. No, that's one thing that, I kind of thank God about me. Like, it's funny, but while I have friends that were dealing with other issues, whether if it was that their mom and dad didn't get along, or they would resource to weed, they would resource to every other possible thing that they could find so they could feel good. But in my case, I don't know why, but it never caught my attention. Literally, like, okay, drinking, I admit, I have drink before, but not to the point where I got crazy, or I lose my mind and stuff like that. No, I usually used to drink like on occasions. If it's my sister's birthday, if it's we're celebrating something in the family. But until today, I decided, like, when I was 20, no, BS. Yeah, I decided, like, I don't really need to drink at parties. I don't need to drink when I'm with the family. And here and then, maybe once a month, I would drink, but not that I need to drink. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know. Well, it's stated here, obviously, alcohol is a horrible addiction.
Yeah, yeah,
Luckily, you aren't ones that have fallen into that, but some people have literally just seen that as their only go-to option to basically block their senses of reality, you
yeah.
know? And as much as they seek treatment, they seek help, when they get triggered or they feel like they can't be do better, or get away from a certain situation, or whatever may be going on in their life, it's like they go right back to it. It's a very, very bad addiction. And I think you're frozen
Mhm.
again. You're frozen again. Oh, boys, people gonna take
Hold
pictures of you.
on,
They're gonna take
hold
pictures of
on.
you like this.
You can hear me? Hold on.
Oh my god. Oh, guys, if y'all can only take a picture of him like this. Shaman, do you know of anyone who has experience with alcohol addiction?
I'm back. You know that?
Yeah, we see your head moving. That's how I know you're back.
Do you hear it or no?
I hear a beat, but I cannot hear it on stream.
Really?
Yeah.
It's funny that we met around the time when I wrote the song "Love Is the Game," but I know, baby girl, that with you it ain't. I was afraid of falling in love, but I know you were sent from the heavens above. Because every night I would pray to God to send a good girl that wouldn't break my heart. That's when you came and you came along and you came to cure my broken heart. Baby girl, I feel like I've been blessed. So let me relieve you from all your stress. I already know you're one of a kind, that you're like a ruby very hard to find. So let me show you the love that I can. Promise I'll be the best man that I can. It's only 3 months and I feel so good. Why it took so long me finding you? You're the reason why I believe in love. Baby, I know you were sent from above. Feel like I've been really blessed. So let me show you all the love that I can. Promise I won't hurt you at all. So baby, please don't let me go.
There you go, guys. There it goes. That's one of the songs he wrote, and it was written for me. Kind of got me all teary. And he froze again, guys. So Shaman says, well, the doctor says, I know a few alcoholics, coke addicts,
I'm back.
heroin addictions, pill popping addiction. Okay, so with all these people that you've seen and known, how many of them has sought help that you know of? Because not everybody's proud to say, yes, I need help. Yes, I am getting help. You guys got to start switching his name around.
What happened? What did the wrong?
I told you guys my channel could be serious, serious, and then we could also have a little fun on here. Just to lighten up the mood a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it sounded because I actually did it live, but I promise when you actually hear the recording, it sounds way better than what I did.
I mean, I don't know how to do it.
Do what?
Like I don't know. Like I said, you have so many things on your computer. I want to know how where to start to look for it.
No, look for it because I was looking on my phone and I don't see. I see other songs and stuff, which that's where I found the beat to your song. That's where I found the beat to your song, but I don't see the other ones. But I know I got them.
I don't know if Shaman heard my question earlier. Oh, my back hurt. Shaman, check your message. I am using Waddy's Twitter.
Sure.
I did not kick him out. I don't know what happened. Steve, I don't mind. He was busy. Um, I'm not gonna hold it against him. He said he was with family, so therefore, you know,
Hey, come on, get a little space here.
because I invited somebody else. I just don't know if that person wants to come on.
Okay.
When most people go to get help because they don't actually want to help. I mean, want to stop. They just know they should or get in trouble, so they have to go to classes. So they got in trouble, so they have to go to classes. For some things, yes, they it's mandatory for you to get certain classes and help. Very few of them have gone to get help because they truly wanted to stop. It has to get real bad and they lose everything for that.
Well, I had a friend where she used to actually drink because of all the problems at home, and the only reason she actually stopped it was because she got raped. She went to a party, and then from there they went to her friend's house, and the friend obviously gave her ah, so much more to drink to the point that she passed out.
Wow.
So that's the reason why she stopped drinking.
See that damn, it's like I want to get very deep into this, but it's like it's such a very deep topic with childhood traumas and how it affects us as a whole, even teenage traumas, because
Hmm.
teenagers go through it too. But I don't always want to be the one putting myself out there to that extent. I it's scary for certain things to discuss. In the public open like this, it's
Yeah.
scary. But what happened to that girl? Unfortunately, it has happened to many women. I don't know if y'all seen the movie The Luckiest Girl Alive on Netflix. It's based it's stories like that. And it's a very I'm not gonna pay to say this, just so y'all know.
Which, in a sense that, no, I was gonna say, in a sense, now that you brought it up, it's kind of similar too to her situation.
Yeah. I just want
So
to put it out there. Please watch that movie on Netflix. It has a message. And let me tell you, Mila Kunis killed it doing the role. Like she killed it. And it's movies like that. It's trigger warning for a lot of people, but the message in it, it's something that needs to be put out there. It's something that fathers, mothers, daughters, like they need to really watch this film, because of the things, the message that's being sent out. Don't go drinking at parties, guys. Don't recommend it. Mm-mm. Let me see how I fix this, babe. Hold on.
just click on the double screen thing.
Another great movie is Antoine Fisher. Highly recommend it. I think I've seen it once. There's
What's up, Sean?
there's a lot of things. There's a lot of movies that we,
Did I read that right?
yeah.
Because I
Babe,
see it double from
babe,
this point.
fix your face a little back. It's
I
like
see it double from this point. Let me see. Wait, can I? Okay.
um. Now you made me lose my train of thought. There's a lot of There's a lot of movies that has messages within them. It's all about how you grasp it, how you understand it. Oh my god, that's the wrong guys. Come on. I mean, I know I said I want to be a little fun with certain things, but this a little much over the top. He keeps getting rugged. You know.
Yeah, no, I went to laugh because the shaman's coming, and I ended up pressing the backspace.
Yes, that unfortunately does happen, guys. What Shaman just said, it does happen in real life. I know he was playing with it, but there's a lot of things that shouldn't be played with because how others may take it. I'm not offended by it, by the way. Let's just be clear. But how others may
Yeah.
view the comment, it may be offensive. So, yeah, like it's a lot of experiences I heard Wadi laugh through Sonia's camera. Mind you, he's in the bedroom. I'm in the living room. I can't even sing. I can't sing no song that's not gonna trigger a copy strike.
That's why you sing my songs.
Yeah, you have a billion things on your computer. No thanks.
All right, see, that's unusual.
But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the stream because normally I stream a little earlier.
Bye, everyone.
But I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. I'm gonna structure this a little bit better than my guests and then other things, you know,
What? Wait, are they watching like this?
they can stop.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll structure this a little bit better. Legal, if you're watching this somewhere, it's okay, buddy. Till later, guys. Thank you for watching.
Later, everyone. Thanks for having me, babe.